we're back. We're back on September 21st, ReW WhO, with another repeat offender. This is a day of many. Charlie and
Kristen Tabbitt.
Hi,
Great.
and
Hi,
you
Charlie.
guys are working on a show.
We are. It's Friday at 7 p.m. It's at Blue Stockings bookstore. It's called
I
Vulgar
love
Tongues.
Blue Stockings. So it's Friday, though, September
23rd,
Yes.
Which is this Friday at 7 p.m. It's at, called Vulgar Tongues.
Vulgar Tongues.
Vulgar. Really vulgar.
And
What's the show about?
It is a spoken word multimedia night. It's basically about queer spoken word, and it's a content-based event. I feel like there's not enough content-based events in New York City. It's kind of a response. It's in response to all of these seen and be seen parties with these hosts that have bottle service, and there's really no skill. There's no craftsmanship. There's no art. You know, it's just a bunch of people operating on this base frequency of just. It's kind of cultish, and it's really vapid and horrendous, and it really makes me want to puke, to be totally honest with you.
I'm with you.
So it's kind of a response to that. It's no frills, it's no bullshit, it's content-based.
Reality,
and,
real.
Yeah. And
kind of like what our show's about.
Exactly. That's why I love coming on here, because I love being in good vibes, good spirits. Absolutely.
It's just supporting the real.
You have to be real.
I know.
And this is one of the artists I have an amazing...
she looks like she
Real.
could be a mannequin too, because she's so freaking gorgeous.
Thank you.
And that's real?
What's real? Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm 100%.
You're
I'm
adorable.
Not an
I'm the
android.
real fucking thing.
All right. Oh, you're adorable.
Thank
So you're
I'm
both
also deadly.
Exactly.
vulgar too.
Oh, that's the least of your problems.
Well,
I'm sassy as well. Sorry.
Sassy.
you look, yeah, I can see the sassy coming through. So you have some poetry, spoken
Yeah,
word.
we're gonna read it in a little while. I just wanted to mention some of the performers that are going to be there. Brandon Bartling, Jay-Z Bitch. She's the queen of the underground neo-burlesque and really body-positive, amazing
What
artist.
does she wear?
Very little.
Yeah.
And makes no apologies for it. She's really inspired me, and she's really amazing.
That's so cool.
Saeed Jones is an award-winning poet.
Nice.
Camilo Godoy is a Colombian scholar, activist, artist.
What's the name, Camille?
Camilo Godoy, his name is.
Okay.
And we also have Busty Kitten, another really intelligent, innovative performance artist. And one of the special guests is Antisocial. She's a videographer, my collaborator for many, many years, probably one of the most innovative, brilliant artists I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And then, of course, Kristen is reading some of her poetry. And I feel like another thing to mention is Blue Stockings, the actual place.
Blue Stockings is just heroic, I
Blue
believe.
Stockings is Vulgar Tongues, as is the artist. I mean, it's radical, it's empowering, it's an educational center, it's progressive, it's queer, it's feminist.
And it didn't get sold out. It almost lost its lease. I remember, to like a Starbucks or something, and the artists saved it.
Right.
So, I mean, Blue Stockings has like a pulse, I feel like.
And it needs to be utilized by the community more, not just the LGBTQ community, but by any community.
Yeah.
And I hope that this will help that.
And Blue Stockings is on Allen Street,
yeah,
by the way.
72 Allen. Yeah. And
in New York City.
New York City.
And it's an amazing place.
This event, too, is not my main medium of expression. I'm a musician, and people are used to seeing me as a musician and performance artist. So I wanted to challenge myself. I have the utmost respect for my audience's intellectual capacity.
Right.
So I hope that they are entertained by it. And, you know, my speaking voice has always made me really uncomfortable because for some reason I just thought it was kind of like, you know, average Joe sort of whatever. So I was always hid behind, like, you know, the very soulful, big singing voice. But, you know, I love to make myself uncomfortable as an artist. So
yeah,
I wanted to challenge myself. So,
well, masochism, I think, is a very big part of being an artist.
Look at this.
Exactly. I mean, it goes with the flow, right?
I love that. It's like a spider.
Oh, my necklace?
Yeah.
It's like
Very spidery.
You know what? I find it. And then, like, I find my jewelry most of the time. Exactly. That's usually how life goes. So, back to you.
Yes.
You got it all down?
Yeah, I got it all down. Basically, I can't stress enough how lucky I am that Blue Stockings allowed me to do this, and that I have an arsenal, an army of really intelligent artists that are just ready to kick some ass. And I've been really fortunate. Thank you so much for having me on here
Oh my
again.
gosh,
I love being here with you.
I'm so grateful. So I want to hear something. I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready to listen to
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. Set the stage, just to get everyone prepped.
Charlie. And it's not that Charlie. What do you think of that, Charlie? He's taken your name to another level, hasn't he?
It's an honor to share a name with him.
I think so too,
It's
right?
an absolute honor.
It is,
But,
man.
he's on another level, and I feel like I think I mentioned this before to you last time. It's a response to that Hollywood culture that's shittiest. And he responded. Lindsay Lohan responded. I mean, so many of these people are reacting to feeling like they're in prison.
Well, they're just being whatever, exactly.
Yeah.
But back to you. I want to hear your.
Okay. I'm not a very good man at my core. Despite convincing speeches and internal pep talks, I've realized I'm a pendulum of emotional firepower. Warfare, raging on the inside between heroic scoundrel and foolish wise man. Counteroffense is being built up feverishly on the outside between revered flesh sage and religious zealot, all of whom are obsessively devoted to the most ancient of magics. Continents of men back away slowly when I open my mouth. Silver glints of night reveal 32 sabers, sharpened razors, tools of sacrifice, raging to feast on the fluid of fragrant flowers. It's a tactile mindfuck. The sticky runoff of my 25 victims lingers on my beard. Muted death screams invert on the base of my tongue. The roof of my mouth cages souls ripped apart. Speaking in cryptic tongues of an ancient time. It's just babble laced with doubt. Constructing a satchel of insecurities packed so far beyond capacity, it nearly breaks the mule's wet back. Anvil after anvil. And baggage of a lifetime. And don't forget the kitchen sink. But laughter comes easy. Artificial cadences and posturings, smooth talking the true believers into selling me safe words, flesh, edge play, teetering on a cliff, rock quarry, below a canyon of actual feeling that I reject. I refuse to acknowledge its existence. Instead, I wake up with my dick in a stranger's mouth. Breakfast in bed. I command the first moments of daybreak to welcome drips of sour pestilence, shards, miscarried dreams, toxic fetus magic. The one thing that I pray heaven holds true from this reality, the blowjob. This is a pattern. It's a mixture of nature, lineage, learned behavior, and skill. And I dare you, I challenge any one of you to step inside this satanic circle and gouge out my dark parts. Transmute tendencies of duplicity into single, loyal-minded godliness. Make me a student of softness, a scholar of tender-hearted art forms. In the meantime, I'll continue studying esoteric traditions and taking drugs, only the natural ones, mind you, and wrestling inside perfumed excrement chambers, a pretty boy. Grasping for leverage on a daily basis, pulling myself out of quicksand traps, somehow I'm able to shut my eyes really tight and imagine the cleanest receptacle. Slingshot venom along the walls of flesh, spew forth milky vomit. My life force is the sacrifice, and it jettisons into the void. Cave, cacophony of vacuous cackles, queen of the underworld, perched atop a throne of Vogue magazines, perfume samples from Sephora, and Fleet Enemas. I usually operate half-cocked somewhere between brash arrogance and shame, stagger waltzing a drunken 3/4, back phrasing over my weaknesses to appear hip, jazzy, and old school. Baby, it doesn't matter who's tucking me softly into bed at night, or raping me on the floor of his shitty, soiled apartment in the suburbs of a city built firmly on Irish Catholic tradition. Up until now, I've received knowledge pump dumping, spoiled royalty. They passed me around in manicured circles. Lip gloss, hair toss. This is the mirror image of what I chose to destroy, and right now it's reaching out from behind my reflection to strangle me. This is a response. This is a side effect. Life has forced me into the archetype of grifter, but right here with you, right now, in this moment, right now, I can be myself completely. And I've uttered these words millions of times before. I've told this to many different people, mostly men. But right now, baby, right now, I mean every word. Yeah.
Wow. So like, how long did something like that take you to write, or did you just channel that? Like,
Kristen and I have had an interesting couple of months where we've been sort of open a
like
lot
you
more.
had this paper here, but you memorized every word. Like, was this your security blanket?
It's just a guideline. I mean, I don't like to feel like I have it. I've got it all figured out.
But
I'm ready. You know.
you do. That was amazing.
That was wonderful.
Thank
Very
you so much.
exciting.
Wow. All right, we're going to come right back and
Okay.
hear more.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more of these amazing artists.